And we are back. People, welcome back to the show. Crash and Eddie. I'm Eddie. Crash is with us today as well. And this is just a quick Flare update because I personally am jacked up over this new network coming out. Crash, you with us?
Here's Eddie. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, that's a good way to start the show, man.
We should do that, maybe.
Go back to Johnny Carson.
Yeah. Classic. Just like us.
That's embarrassing.
Who's Johnny Carson?
I know. Who is that, dude? I don't know. I just heard the name. I have no clue. All right. So we see this little green candle here, right? This is the Flare network chart on BitTrue, obviously.
And what time frame?
This is today. I think this is just a daily 24-hour, it looks like. It's up 35% for the 24-hour.
Wait a minute. This is what token?
Flare, the Spark token. It's FLR is a symbol, but it is the Spark token.
Okay. I thought they didn't airdrop that yet.
These are IOUs, and this is the only thing that's kind of trading out there.
Okay, why don't you explain to the people what you mean by IOUs? It's
People,
not the real token.
We've done this, man. All right. So we're keeping up with the Flare network because it's near and dear to our hearts. But basically, they have an IOU that's supposed to mimic the Flare token. So it's trading, and the Spark token, I should say. It's on BitTrue. I think this is the only thing that's trading Spark-wise. It's FLR and their IOUs, basically. So they will turn into Flare. If you hold them through the airdrop, they will turn into regular Flare. And so basically, when this was set up, we got dropped these IOUs in BitTrue if you have a BitTrue account. And then they just sit in there and you can trade them or whatever. You can get rid of them, but they're basically IOUs for Flare. So anyways, the token at one point, I think it got up near a couple bucks. It's at 34 plus cents, which I think is really kind of telling because wouldn't you think, okay, this is going to be, I think they're going to have like a 15 billion amount out there as far as market cap, 15 billion tokens out there when it's completed. So, I mean, this is a token that through this bloodletting, I could have seen going down into the pennies.
Yeah. Okay, Eddie, come on.
I
This
mean,
is a synthetic. It's not even really trading. It's monopoly money.
well, it all is, my friend.
I
But
mean, yeah. I mean, can you buy and sell that and make actual profit in dollars?
sure, people do it on BitTrue.
Oh man.
So I'm just saying, this token. Why didn't it go into the pennies? I think this is gonna be real. I think it's gonna be. Okay, so let's get into it a little bit. So they came out. The reason we're even doing this is because Hugo came out and said their blog kind of.
And Hugo is the CEO.
Yeah, of Flare Networks. Yep. So
and it's supposed to be centralized, decentralized network, right?
Fully decentralized. Absolutely.
It can't be decentralized if it has a CEO.
Well, that's not really true because once the networks come out, they go on nodes and
they're going to fire him. He's going to get fired, and it's just going to run on its own.
Yeah, he's going to be the head of, and they do have management in this. They have one of these nonprofit organizations, right? And they control some of the tokens. But, okay, so he comes out today. The audit did not, summary of findings, the audit did not uncover any significant flaws or defects that could impact the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of a Flare node or the network at large. A summary of the findings is provided below. So it's just like Ripple and XRP. They have Brad Garlinghouse. He doesn't control the token, though, supposedly, right? Decentralized. So it's going to be the same thing, but yeah, to get it out, you do have people that are in charge because that's just how it
And yeah,
is.
I mean, there's got to be to start a project. I can understand that. As long
Right.
as at the end of the game, there's a decentralized system
Yeah.
that
Yep. So they were
see
going through
everything
this
operate.
audit. This is the final audit before it gets released, and the release date, the network launch date, is supposed to be July 4th. So
Right.
exciting times, and yeah, I'm jacked up about it, man. I think this is going to be really cool. Now, to temper the excitement, when it comes out, it's basically going to be Songbird, period. And it's not even supposedly, I heard, you're not even going to be able to delegate to start out. So
Well, I mean, is on July 4th? Are they going to start airdropping the Flare tokens or
supposedly, yeah,
the Spark tokens?
yep. So
Like
on July,
15% of them, though, right?
yeah. So the way it's going, and this has changed quite a bit, and a lot of people are hacked, but basically the way that it's going is they're going to drop the 15%. And then I think he's going to wait for exchanges to deal
Pick
with
it up.
their, yeah, to give their tokens out to people that are supposed to get them, which they've committed to do,
Mm-hmm.
supposedly, more than for like Songbird, because a lot of people, some people still don't have
Yeah, I
their
got hacked.
Songbird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, that's gonna, once that's done with the exchanges, then he's gonna turn on like the official node voting and everything, and people, basically, then it's controlled by the nodes and any decisions, and then they decide basically how the rest of the 85% is delegated out, because some people want it all at once. They had initially, I don't know if you remember, they were going to do for about 2.5 years, like 2.5 to 3% a month
Mm-hmm.
you get in these tokens. So yeah, so, but they don't have any of the connections with any of the F assets. All that stuff's going to come, after the launch date. So it's just a checkpoint. You launch the thing. You can't do anything with the network until it's out there. So launch the
Right.
doggone network so we can move forward.
Yeah,
But
I almost forgot about Flare. I didn't.
people are livid, man. Everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see it when it comes, whatever.
Yeah,
But
whatever. I don't know.
you know what, though, man? This tech is hard, and trillions are
Yeah.
going to move into DeFi. So, and it's not even begun. Right now, they're kind of purging DeFi, right? I mean, they're taking
Yeah.
some of this centralized, like Celsius and stuff, and, Luna, all
Yeah, it's
this
all
stuff.
good. I mean, in the long term for the whole ecosystem, it's good. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
as somebody who you know invested. I don't know if that's a proper term or not, but um, put some stake into the project with the understanding that it was going to be dropping the Spark token. I think in 2020, and here's 2022.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but it's a lesson learned. They need to have realistic expectations on what they're going to put out there in the media, and all these companies are learning the same thing. I mean, they're all learning from each other. I'm sure Flare has learned a tremendous amount from some of these recent failures. Hello. Oh, I'm gone, gone. What?
People,
Hold on a
technical
second.
difficulties. Sorry about that. We are back. So,
Back.
anyways, so it looks like the bottom line is it looks like the launch is going to happen on July 4th. So that's really cool to hear. There's obviously a lot of skepticism about this project. I think it's going to be actually massive. And the reason I really have hope is because using the Songbird network, like XRP and XLM, the tech just works. Sure, there's some
Yeah.
glitches. There's been some stuff with it, some stuff to fix like any network. But in general, it's not Ethereum where you're wondering what your fees are, wondering if someone got it, sending Bitcoin. Ooh, did you get it? What's this going to be? It's those things are not scalable.
Hmm.
So I have,
That's what I love about XRP is so fast, man.
yeah, you don't wonder about stuff and you know your fee. It's totally reasonable and it's
Oh,
boom done.
it's insignificant.
Right. Which to scale this stuff globally like crypto is supposed to be, that's what you have to do for the masses. You know,
Hmm.
you're bringing in 2-3 billion people that don't have much money, so they can't be paying fees.
Hmm.
So it's exciting, man. I'm looking forward to this network launching, and I'm sure there's going to be issues, but DeFi is an exciting space that's just in the very, very beginning, and it's going to be powerful, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to a guy in the locker room at the gym this morning, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, I said something about cryptocurrency, and he's like, "Yeah, I keep hearing about how I should not get into it. It's a Ponzi scheme, and it's all
right?
going to collapse." And I'm like, "Sir, that's not at all true. There's a lot of FUD out there that is they're trying to get all the retail people to sell out of it so the banks can buy it all up. All the banks, if you look at their white papers, their annual reports, they're dumping money hand over fist into crypto desks and crypto buying into crypto companies and buying crypto companies. This thing's going full scale."
Yeah.
And
JP
he's like,
Morgan, they're
"Really?"
not. Yeah, that's it. You follow the big money, man, and
Mm-hmm.
they're not messing with this stuff. It's just not, and there is huge these people, man. They do not screw around, man. When you look at J.P. Morgan, that's why the battle with XRP, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. They
It's
weren't ready. They weren't ready for it.
no, and Ripple, man, technology wins, and they got killer tech, and this thing's going down, man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting summer. There is so much stuff to get excited about in this space, and it's true. Don't you just hear it everywhere? Like this week, there was a bunch of headlines, calling it the con. All crypto big players. Oh,
Yeah.
crypto's a
Yeah.
con. It's a con. It's a con game.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Fiat's the con game.
Exactly. Yeah. I think at this point, I'm going to sell my water balloon launcher and buy some more XRP.
No, you can't do that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give up the water balloon launcher.
Oh man. Now this shit just got real, man, people.
But that's not investment advice. Not
No.
investment advice. Just for entertainment and education.
Yes. People, do your own research. This is not investment advice. Hit the like and subscribe on the way out. Thanks for giving us a little time today, and we will talk to you real soon.
Are you ready to bail already? We didn't talk about all the coins that are going to be operating on the Flare network, um, uh, like Doggy Coin.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
And what else? The
first of
Stellar.
all, none of that when it launches, none of that's happening. So just so we're clear, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
little
it could
bit
be
for those.
years before that. Yeah, but there are some other powerful tokens that are going to be, um, you know, used on a fairly large
Bitcoin,
basis.
man. I mean, they announced
Yeah.
Bitcoin. That to me, that's super telling, man.
Uh-huh.
Bitcoin is going to move around off of the proof of work mechanism. That's the thing about Bitcoin. That's what's going to make it, And of course, they
How is
have.
that going to happen?
Well, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be moved around through
So
Flare
it's
and
going to be
through.
it's going to be a synthetic Bitcoin then, because Bitcoin can only be traded and operated on the Bitcoin network. I mean, you can't on the blockchain. You can't have Bitcoin operating on another network and it actually being Bitcoin.
It must be. Well, yeah, these other tokens, I mean, they're not synthetics, though, are they?
I don't know.
Although there is the F assets are synthetics. That is, it's F.
Correct.
Yeah, it's F Doge, F Bitcoin. Those basically are synthetics. So,
Yeah.
so I guess it's
Yeah,
not.
I think that could be the next big shoe to drop when some of these synthetics blow up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm interested to see. Okay, how can we get synthetics into just the regular tokens? And I think you can do it with this stuff. You can swap them and stuff.
Oh, I do it. I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero. I have a bunch of different coins that are off chain basically in a synthetic structure.
And then you swap them
But
to
I can
just
swap
the
them back
original
into the
to.
system. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can swap them back into the original. Yeah. But in the meantime, they're off chain.
Yeah. Yeah, so DeFi is just, man, and that's a form of DeFi too,
Yeah,
The,
that's that incognito network
I
I
was
was
just gonna
talking
say,
about.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Well, and then
incognito.
Haven also does the same thing in a little bit different manner.
Are you still doing the Haven? Are you still working with them?
No, they got slaughtered again. I don't know.
What do you mean? What
They're,
happened, dude?
well, their price just went through the floor. It's one of those wallet vaults that's just kind of hard to operate because you got to go to one site to buy the Haven token, and then you got to send the Haven token to the vault, and then you got to sell the Haven token inside the vault to Bitcoin.
Right.
Oh no! First you got to sell it to their USD H or whatever it is, and then you can put it into Bitcoin. And it's so cumbersome to try to move stuff in and out of there that I don't know. And
Yeah.
I could there's no staking, so
Oh, there isn't.
not that I'm aware of. The last time I looked at it, there wasn't any staking component to it.
Hmm. So Songbird just came out like about a month ago. It was kind of interesting. They have the regular delegating and staking, but then they just came out with where you can lock it up for a number of days, and then you get, obviously you would get a little bit more of a rate, but I'm never
Mm-hmm.
doing lockups, man. I don't like it because
Yeah,
what if all of a sudden you need it?
yeah.
It's not to
Well,
me. It's not worth it for a little bit extra yield.
yeah.
But they have that option. They have a lot of these pools. They have the lockup type or just the regular where it's completely liquid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I don't like the lockup either. That's why I gave up rather quickly on the crypto.com DeFi website or platform.
yeah, they
Because
had
it
nothing
was
but
like
lockup, right?
yeah, it's 28 days to get your money after you pulled it out before you had access to it.
Yeah, that's just
I was
not.
like, yeah, forget that. That's not going to work for me.
Yeah, that's not crypto, man.
If
To
you
me.
got big money and you can lock something up and get a better interest rate, I guess that's understandable. And you can justify that. But yeah, I'm just a schmuck in a small town in the Midwest.
Well, yeah, yeah, there's just, man, we can go on forever. Well, let's wrap this up, Crash. This is getting too long again. Here we go. Son of a
Okay.
gun. People will
Wrap
do
her
another
up.
one real soon. Do the right thing.
Good night, everybody.
All right, Crash. Dude, good night, and it's just broad daylight out. So we're going to go with this now, right?
I was kind of making it like the Today Show. I forget what he said when he
Oh,
closed.
what did he say? Was
I
it
don't
good
know.
night?
Good night, folks. I don't know.
John, what, man, you had to do the
Johnny
Johnny.
Carson, he was the best. I was watching a documentary on the Apollo 11 launch. The first time they landed on the moon with Neil Armstrong and the rest of them, and
They never went to
right,
the moon, dude. That's just a big farce, but go ahead.
right, right in the front row of the stands at NASA is Jimmy Carson or Johnny Carson.
Oh,
It was
really?
probably 1969.
Yeah, because guess what? That was in the studio next door to his. He was on his lunch break, dude.
No, I don't think so. I don't know, man. Watching that documentary, that'd be pretty hard to fake all that.
I
Wow,
just don't get
especially
why
back
we
then.
never can go back. I mean, why aren't we just going
We
back for the
can, but
fun of
why?
it?
Why? There's nothing there but dirt.
It's moon dust. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's moon dust. It's got, it's not mineable. I mean, if it was mineable, if there was stuff up there we could be mining, we'd be all over it a long time ago. But
Hey,
it's crap.
this brings me
It's
to
all been
something totally.
radiated by the sun for millenniums.
Yeah. Hey, this brings me to something totally unrelated, but you know that Fortitude game on Gala?
Yeah, kind of.
I downloaded it because they're doing a test through the 22nd. It's the
Yeah,
first dud ski, man. I'm surprised
it
it's even
stinks.
on. It's terrible. I don't know, man. The one thing about it, it downloaded way better than what was the other one we did recently? You wanted me to do.
Yeah, that was Superior.
Yeah, it went way faster and easier than Superior, but the game was just brute. I can't believe people are doing it. Maybe they will. I mean, people.
Well, maybe that's just the prototype. They don't have the full scale operating. It's not.
It
It's
is.
just
It's just a
a
test,
shell
but
of
the
what it's going to be.
concept. We're gonna do it. We should do a show and just play that, and you tell me what you think.
All right, hang up, get yourself going on there, and call me back. Let's do it.
Now? Are you kidding me? You want to do it for
No,
real?
I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but so what?
Oh, good lord, man. I never get to sleep. That's the thing about you, dude. You just will not